So let's talk about your unique idea about how a person can achieve their dreams, whether it be through journaling and
Writing
I love
things
the time.
down.
Yes. You first.
You first.
Explain the idea to people.
So I've found that over the years in this industry, I've achieved a lot of my success by writing things down. I really believe in the power and the energy that comes from writing down your goals and manifesting them. Yes. Took the words right out of my mouth. And I think that, you know, with everyone having busy lives, it's important to remind yourself that you should take a moment at the end of the day to put yourself first and to have a quiet moment with yourself to just, you know, think about your life and your plans and your dreams. It's what I've done over the years. I've absolutely, you know, loved that process. It's really helped me to get to where I am today. And what I love so much about this book and how it's arranged is that we use guided questions to help you throughout this whole journey. And I think that that's better because I'm personally intimidated by a lot of blank pages. So these questions help you to ask yourself questions that you may not be asking yourself.
To get in touch with yourself.
Yeah.
I had a chance to look at the book. It's yeah, it's really,
and see where it takes you. So
yeah. Do you have a specific example where you remember journaling and kind of manifesting something?
So this all started back in 2009. I was working on Broadway, and I just started, I got a blank journal, and I started writing down a lot of quotes from people that I was meeting who were inspiring to me, and then I just started writing down some goals and some plans. So this was 2008. I was working in New York. I was really being told a lot that I wasn't pretty enough for television, that I needed to change my look, but I just wrote down in this personal space that I wanted to purchase my own home. I wanted to move to California. I wanted to be on a television show. And then some other, you know, details. I wanted to get a publicist, like things like that. And I made all of those things happen.
You willed it to yourself through writing.
And I definitely think that over the years, a lot of great blessings came along the way. But I had these things written down, and no matter what, I was going to make them happen.
Wow, it's kind of like a vision board, but you were writing it out.
Totally, and I think vision boards are amazing too. I just like having this with me and on me, and I like writing it down, and I personally like checking, like putting a big check mark next to it. It makes me feel so good.
So do you have a ritual of how you do things? Like, do you journal every morning? Do you journal in the evenings? Like, how does that work?
So I always keep it with me, and then when I feel inspired and when I feel like something comes up, I keep it by my bed at night too, because a lot of times a lot of ideas or thoughts will pop into my bed like right before bed, and then I'll be up at night thinking about all these things that I want to do. So I'll just write it down by my bedside, and I'll keep it there, and helps me sleep a lot.
So you just celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. 29. It's my golden year. It was 29 on the 29th.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, so it's supposed to be a really good year for you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You should be. This is it. This is the brink of like into your 30s.
Yeah, right. Have fun.
Have fun. Because now you only get to say you're 20 for so long.
I know. But listen, I went from playing a high school student to a college student, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
You are.
You know, I can definitely, next could be like an intern, like I'm still playing younger, so it's good. Someone asked me the other day, I was at a spa, and they were like, you're not old enough to be here alone without a parent.
And you look,
and I was like, they were like, I was like, how old do you think I am? And they thought I was like 15. I was like, great.
That's what, you know, you do.
Yeah, job security. Yeah.
But what? Exactly, especially in this town.
Yeah, right.
What do you want to accomplish before 30?
Oh man, I really want to release my second album, and I want to tour it. I want to be back on the stage singing. That's really a big, you know, goal for me coming into this next year. I've been working so hard on the new show and getting this book out there, and behind the scenes I've also been working on the second record, so that is a huge goal for me coming into this next year. Okay, so let's talk about Scream Queens really quick, because the neck brace is kind of like the star of the show. What is happening here? I just really hope that a lot of people dress up as Hester for Halloween.
Oh my God, you're
like
definitely
Rachel Berry was a really big Halloween costume for a while,
and
now Hester, so I'm totally satisfied. But yeah, I really came into this just super excited. Hester is an incredible character. It's a really great supporting role. I came from, you know, being on Glee and leading that show for 6 seasons. And when Ryan offered this part to me, I felt it was a perfect thing to do, you know, after so many seasons.
And it's so far from your other character.
Totally different. Everyone's like, how is Hester different from Rachel? I'm like, I'll let you figure that out. Did you hear her tell you the whole description of how to break down a body? Also, wait till episode 4. It gets pretty crazy.
So are we ever going to see her like get a makeover though? Like,
You'll
will
have
she
to watch on
blossom?
Tuesday. You'll have to see episode. Well, yeah, the first episode we aired was the pilot and the second one.
Okay.
But they made it one supersized one. So for me, episode 3 will be the second one that airs, and you'll have to watch that one.
That's got to be probably pretty tough for you to get into that character because, I mean, you smash
It's
all
very-
the red carpets I've seen you at. You're so fashion,
Yeah.
savvy.
Thank
so,
you.
yeah.
Rachel was very easy for me to kind of hone into every day. She was like an accelerated version of myself when I was younger. So Hester is like so different. A lot of the times I was like, is this correct? But I was like, I don't think I'm going to know if this is right or not because she's like so weird. But it's been super fun.
Okay, let's talk about your red carpet style because
Yeah.
I want to know where do you pull your style or what's like the style look that you aim for?
Well, I'm working with Brad Goreski right now, who I just adore so much. And I think he really kind of gets me. I think it's important, first and foremost, to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I really believe in that. And when I get ready for events or when I'm trying on, dresses and fittings and whatnot, I don't do my hair, I don't wear any makeup. And if I can put on a dress and I
still
feel
feel
awesome,
good, yeah.
then it's like great. Because you never know how you're going to feel on the day,
Mm-hmm.
if you're, tired or you had too much Chinese the night before and
Bloated
you're
and-
swollen. So if you can try on a dress and just like not be at your best, but you still feel incredible, it's
Right.
like, that's how you know that's the one.
dress.